Hello, hello. What is up, everybody? Dr. Vong here. I know it's been a while. It's been a while since I've come to you. I've had a couple of different things. Today, I'm going to talk about COVID 2021 and the timeline, what you can expect. So if you want to hear about that, please do me a favor, hit the share button, not your friend share, not Sunny share, but the share button. Get some people in on this live stream. And I've missed y'all. We're going to talk about COVID 2021, what you guys can expect. All right. So what I want you to do is hit the share button. Let's say hello. Who's watching? I'll give you an update to what's been happening with me. Where are you watching from? It's been a long time, you know. Matthew Baker, we'll talk. We'll see about that. Like that picture. That's cool. Where are you guys watching from? Hi, everybody. I know it's been a while. Boy, I have some stuff to tell you. I'm down here in Houston, so if you've been watching the news, you know what's happening with Houston. What's up, Jennifer? Well, I saw Brazil. I gotta get my. Here you go. What's up, Alicia from Brazil is watching. That's awesome. Jacqueline from Virginia, Crockett, Texas. I'm here in Houston. Hopefully you did all right. So I had some trouble. What's up, Anastasia in Illinois? Doc's in Maryland's in the house. Where's my international people? I want my international people to speak up. What's up, Mary Eden? Hello, Colorado. What's up, Markian Mackey? What's up, LA? Justin, man, don't get cocky out there in LA. Yar watching from Ottawa on YouTube. I love that. Thank you. I got some more Canadians in the house. Bronx, New York, LA's hotspot. Absolutely. All right, going fast. San Antonio's. What's up, Cher? Indio, California. Teresa, Toledo. I'm just going to close my eyes and click. These are going too fast. You must have missed me. What's up, Sandra Smith, New Jersey. Mary Lee, Sacramento, Claire. Everybody's getting in on this action, baby. Let's up. Conroe, Texas. Meredith, I'm down here in Houston. Hope you guys did all right. Tightwad, is that really? You're not really from Tightwad, are you, Tamara? That's awesome. Hey, South Florida, what's up in the house? I saw Australia. Here you go, Leanne from Australia. I love Australia. Been there 3 times. 3 times, maybe even 4 times. Sorry. Hey, Robin, missed you there. Houston's here in the house. Hope you did all right. So if you've been paying attention in the news, I actually was caught up in the whole winter weather storm last week. We did okay that first day. It was cold, but we had power. We lost power for about 36 hours or more, 48 hours. We had a pipe burst also and started leaking. So when the pipe burst, I found us a hotel room. So we stayed in a hotel room for 3 days. And we were lucky because it was all the hotel rooms in Houston filled up pretty much. So other people weren't able to get hotel rooms. We had electricity, we had heat, we had warm showers. Most restaurants were closed, but we had a little bit of food. The grocery stores were starting to lose their supplies. So we got some processed stuff, not stuff I love to eat, but I was happy to have it. And we did okay. And so for this past week, well, it started out with the week before I was on Facebook jail. So I couldn't go live. And there was so much I wanted to tell you guys. And then the winter storm hit. And I was going to decide if I was going to cut my hair or not. That was 2 weeks ago. So I'll give you the answer today if I'm going to cut my hair. I was going to shave my head. All right. Should I shave my head or not? Shave, yes or no? Comment below. Let's keep this poll going. Shave, yes or no? What's up, Manitoba? What's up, Pat? Hope you're doing good. So we were in a hotel for 3 days. And then I was going to go live earlier in the week. But once they turned on the water again, we sprung more leaks. The guys we repaired, the repair guys came. My water heater blew a leak. My dishwasher was plugged up. My sink was plugged up. Washing machine, master bathroom, all sorts of stuff. So we got yes for bald is beautiful. No to shaving the head. Shave no. No. Shave yes or no. Lots of no's. All right. Yes. Betsy, yes. Ben is yes. Cher, no. Stacy, gay. No, 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 no. No. Buzz cut, yes. That's what we're talking about. No, no. Karen, you know. All right. Well, if I had hairs like yours, Karen, Man bun. No, I got almost enough for a little. I could be a little samurai guy. Bam, bam. Look at that. That's fucking crazy. All right. How far are we going? 5-minute mark. Hey, it's time to get started. All right. Fix my hair. As always, I will edit this down on the YouTube and put it on my YouTube channel. And I'm also going to test myself because it's been a while. And we'll decide here if I'm going to shave my head. Okay. Thank you for hitting the share button. Let's get started. So, in case you don't know, all right, let's go. Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Duck Vaughn, world famous bariatric surgeon, recovering from the Houston snow out, man, like once in a lifetime. I've never seen it so cold for so long in Houston, and I've never seen Texas go without power for this long. So something really crazy. But I'm back to let you know what's up with COVID. I'm going to talk about some COVID stuff in this video. I'm also going to test myself, do a rapid test on myself, and we're going to decide if I'm going to shave my head or not. So, what can we expect? What can we expect from COVID 2021? All right. So, as always, I will edit this down, put this on my YouTube channel. Number one. The year 2020. Who is happy to see 2020 go away? Like 2020, like, oh my God, I can't wait for this fucking year to be over. It was the worst year ever. 2020 does not end. All right. So here's one thing I want you to remember right now. Okay. This is super important. You guys remember this. I've said this for a long time. I said this back in January. 2020 does not officially end until April 1st, 2021. Amen. So you're not through 2020. You're like, I'm tired of 2020. 2020 can go kiss my ass. Let me tell you, 2020 is not done with y'all. All right. It's a new year. I can't wait. No, I'm done with this. I'm sick of this, Dr. V. No, 2020 does not end until April 1st, 2021. Now, I said that back in January as a joke because that's April Fool's Day. For those of you who don't know, that's April Fool's Day. And usually you play a joke. And one day I was yelling at you motherfuckers and Uncle Billy's and everybody. And I said, you know what? I know you're sick and tired of 2020, and you're sick and tired of COVID, but 2020 will not end until April 1st, 2021, because that's a jokester day. So you know that's what's going to happen. And why do I say this? There's a couple of reasons. And it's actually come to pass. So one of the things that's come to pass is the fact that, you know, our vaccine distribution hasn't been what I'm not political. I don't care what your faction is. Both sides are fucked up. Both sides are screwy, right? But I'm going to tell you that the vaccines are not what they promised. Delivery has been slower. You know, production is slower. And it's also a distribution issue. We can't get the vaccines to where it needs to go. It's an infrastructure issue. At first, we didn't have the infrastructure. How are you going to put vaccines into arms if your nurses are getting sick, your doctors are overworked, your MAs? Now they have pharmacists who are having to give the shots, which is fine. They're having people work overtime or different shifts. So you're going to take these nurses off of the shifts. And remember, you got to remember back in January, just last month, man, like hospitals were full, nurses were getting sick, the staff was getting sick. So who's going to actually put the injections into the arms? Where are patients going to go? How do they even sign up? How do they even get an appointment? We still have this huge issue. Now, for the last 3 weeks, we've been hit with winter weather. And so everything has been delayed. Does this make sense? Everything has been delayed. And now it's coming out through the news, and I've been telling y'all this, that just maybe, these companies, while they're doing the best they can, they overpromised, amen, on the vaccines. Can I have an amen here? They overpromised on the vaccine delivery, and they've underdelivered. They's like, we're going to give you 100 million doses, you know, the last administration. We're going to have 100 million doses by the end of the year. Like, no, you're not. By the end of 2020. No, you're not. Right? So They've totally overpromised. They've underdelivered. We can't get doses. So that's going to drag this shit out. All right. So the next thing I'm going to say is it doesn't end until April 1st. And a couple of things. This is important. Don't be fooled. All right. A lot of people are celebrating this. See, it's not as bad. See, we're conquering it. The numbers are down. Listen, why are the numbers down? Who knows? Oh, well, and you've seen it in the news, and Dr. V will shoot straight with you. Why are the numbers down? People are wearing masks. You know, Orange Man is out of the White House. Biden doesn't know what he's doing. There's like, you know, they're finally being honest. Fauci is finally running the show. A task force that makes sense. Blah, 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 blah. No, why are the numbers down? Who knows the answer? The numbers are down because of the winter weather. For the last 3 weeks, we've been hit and hit and hit and hit. And go back and look and see when the numbers started really going down. The last 3 weeks, fucking February. It's so cold. You can't test. No one's going out. It's not because people are inside. It's because we're not testing. The test sites closed down. The vaccination sites closed down. The doctors' clinics going to close down. Exactly right, Marie. Not enough testing. Exactly. Yes. So that's right. It's the snow. It's everything like that. So what's happening is, and people are stuck at home. You're totally right. So what's happening is we are getting this false illusion that we're bringing over the hump. Now, look at what's happening. Look at what's happening this last couple of days. Okay, number 3. So the current numbers are not a reflection of what's really happening. So what you're going to see is number 3. Number 3, I promise you, we will see cases go back up again. You fearmonger? No, I'm not. It doesn't take a genius to understand this. Now that the ice is starting to melt, you know, we had 75-degree weather today down here in Houston. Yeah. And California is like 75, 80 degrees. They're going to start testing again. And they're going to be like, oh my God, there's more cases. You're already seeing it starting to plateau. Okay. So if there's a demand for testing, then you know the numbers will go up. Okay, because the cases are out there. So cases are going to go up again. But number 4 is really important. What's going to happen? Now, will it plateau? Are we, like yesterday's number was 70,000. Are we going to be stuck at 70,000? Or are we going to go back up to 100,000? I think we will go back up. Why? Because of what I told y'all back in January. And I know we try not to use this, but I'm going to use it anyway because people know this. Okay, they and people asked me to talk about this a little bit, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about this. I said back in January that by March, starting in March, after March, UK variant will become the dominant case in the United States. Think about it. Think about it. And I'm going to get to the LA variant here, motherfucker, in a little bit. All right. So some people are like, talk about the LA variant. Okay. Some of y'all don't even know there's an LA variant. But look back, right? When back in October, I was warning people in my secret group, like, listen, Europe is hitting their second wave. Their numbers went up. And then France, Italy, they all started going back down, except for one player, UK. UK kept going up and up and up, and they were locking down. Their cases were high. People were freaking out. People were thinking Boris Johnson was an idiot and da-da-da. And then it turned out they had the special variant called B117, the UK variant, that is 40 to 60% more contagious. Now, might be more virulent. At first, they said, we don't think it's more virulent. Now it might be more virulent. But regardless, it's 40 to 60% more contagious, which suddenly, so UK has been shut down since October. Just now, their numbers are starting to come down. October, November, December, January, February. 5 months. And now they're talking about not reopening really until like June. That's what needs to happen. And why? Because they have this UK variant. Now, by March, the UK variant will become the dominant one. I'm telling you right now, it is already dominant. No, Dr. Vong, they've only detected 1,800, 1,900 cases. Dude, they don't test enough to know. Does this make sense what I'm telling you? Most of these 1,800, 1,900 UK cases are down in Florida, where they've been fucking open. They never shut down. They just had the Super Bowl. Their governor just is like just free balling it. People are on the beaches. People are frustrated. I'm telling you, if you've got COVID in Florida, you've got this UK variant. You've got this UK variant. And, you know, Florida's, for those of you who don't live in the United States, Florida is a winter destination for Americans. They travel from New York up north down to Florida. They travel across. They snowbird there. So all these fuckers are about to go back home, and guess what? They're taking the UK variant with them. But we haven't been testing. Not only have we not been testing, number one, number two, we, of the ones that test positive, we barely run maybe 10%, not even 10% of to do the genetic test and see what strand you really have. But the fact that we know we have coming on 1,900 UK variant cases, that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is already a lot. And I'm going to prove that with number 5, right? Number 5. Okay, this will prove my point. So here's the problem. A lot of my friends are entrepreneurial, and they're in California, and they're like, governor is messing up. This Democratic governor is screwing us up. We've been locked down. Lockdowns don't work. Lockdowns don't work. Lockdowns don't work. And they went from having 14,000 cases a day in LA alone, you know, something like 30,000, 40,000 cases in California alone every single fucking day, even though they were locked down. And now guess what? I'll sit back, let y'all guess. Let Uncle Billy guess. Why has LA been shut down for so long? They're mask holes. They don't get it. And their numbers stayed so fucking high. LA County alone was doing 14, 15,000 cases a day. Why? Why? Why for the last fucking 5 months has LA been on fire? Who knows the answer? Oh, what, Dr. V? There's an LA variant. Oh! Now they have isolated an LA variant that is different from the UK variant. That's different from South African. That's different than Brazilian. There's a special LA variant with different mutations. And check this motherfucker out. I'm not done yet. All right? I'm not done yet. Not only is it more contagious, it's probably more virulent. It probably makes you sicker. Okay, so not only is it more contagious, it makes you sicker. And check this motherfucker out. 50%, 50% of the cases in California is this motherfucking LA variant. Boom goes the dynamite. Does this make sense to you? California was shut down. All the mask holes are saying this isn't working. Shutdowns don't work. Comment if you have a family member in California who goes, they need to open up. See, shutting down doesn't work. See, these cases are going crazy. And I'm like, no, shutdowns do work. There's something else happening. It's a problem. Does this make sense what I'm saying? See, the mask holes were saying, see, shutdowns don't work because they are misapplying the numbers because there's an underlying cause. So what's the underlying cause? The underlying cause is fucking this LA variant. There's a Los Angeles variant, man. And now it's coming out. It's more contagious. It's probably more virulent, deadlier. And it's 50%, 50%. All right, now who's the asshole? But here's the problem. April 1st, I said, what's going to happen? What number am I? I forget. I'll just do number 6. Hey, here's my warning to you. Mark number 6. I promise you, these same assholes are going to fucking jump the gun. I'm tired. This is stupid. I'm tired of this coronavirus. I'm so over it. Valley girl, who the fuck cares if you're over it? The virus does not care that you're over it, dude. So people are going to jump the gun. They're going to go to the beaches. They're going to be like, see, I got my first dose. I'm all good. Dude, it's 2 doses. And you have a motherfucking variant. We don't know if the vaccine is going to work on your LA variant. Does this make sense what I'm telling y'all? People are going to jump the gun. They're going to hit the beaches. I'm so over it. I got to go back to partying. Spring break. YOLO, YOLO, spring break. Dude, this spring break could kill you this year. Why don't people understand this? California people, please share this broadcast right now. What I am saying is what you will not hear on the news, what other people will not tell you. LA, you are fucked. California, you are in this for a long time. You have got, what is the solution, someone asked. You got to do what you should have been fucking doing the whole time. Settle down, close down, wear your mask, take out, social distance. Don't fucking go to beaches. Don't be around people. Don't gather. Don't be fucking having parties and raves and sporting events and college football. Chill the fuck out. You have a new variant that we don't know how it's going to work, how it's going to. So you got to give science the time to test, to report the data, to say, yes, it's more contagious, or no, it's not. Yes, it's more virulent, or no, it's not. You have to give science time to test it and run it and say, listen, we tested it in vitro. That means in a lab dish, not in a person, and it never goes from lab dish to person. The results might not be the same, but we tested it in the lab dish and it says, yes, our vaccines will work, or no, they won't work, or yes, they are less effective, but they still help you. Does this make sense? All right. You've got to give science the time. That's why the whole point of my yelling at you tonight is to give you the timeline for what you need to expect, which takes me back to number 1. 2020 will not start being over until April 1st, April Fool's Day. By that point, the UK variant will be dominant. We know this LA variant. Listen to me. Don't worry about the South African variant. Don't worry about the Brazilian variant, because we already have South African variant and the Brazilian variant in the United States. But what? It hasn't taken over. Why has it not taken over? Because it's got King Kong. UK variant is got a head start. It's a track race. You know, it's like anyone here run track where it's a race. Like the UK variant is so far ahead, 1,800 positive cases and something like, 20 or 30 South African cases and 10 Brazilian cases, whatever, roughly. The UK is so far ahead, the other two won't have a chance to get started. But the exception is what? The fucking LA variant. The LA variant, 50% of California fucking already has it. And those Californians, they're flying to Mexico, Tijuana. They're going to Salt Lake City. They're going to Nevada. They're within drive. A lot of people don't realize that LA, Los Angeles is only like 3 hours drive to Nevada, to Las Vegas. And so you can totally, like, they're going to casino, gambling. They're driving back and forth. They're driving up north to San Francisco and Oregon, and they're escaping to the mountains. I got to escape to the mountains. Dude, you're spreading your LA variant. Does this make sense? If this is helping y'all, please hit the share button. Let's get more people in here. I got 1,400 on all the platforms. That's awesome. I'm so excited. Y'all must be. Are y'all excited to have me back on the air? All this bullshit I've been through. Like, this is good, right? All right. So I've been pent up. I got a lot of shit to yell about, man. I got a lot of stuff to tell y'all, man. Okay. So, what else? All right. So people will jump the gun. So what I want you to do is you got to calm the fuck down. All right. Let me give you a couple of truths. Number 7. You will, motherfucker. All right, I won't even do this for you. All right. Listen to me. You want to stay safe? You want to go back to normalcy? You want to get over this? You got to do number 7. All right. You will, motherfucker, wear a mask until 2022. The remainder of this year, I used to like it. I wish he'd quit cussing so I could share. Dr. V, don't you know we got babies watching? Don't you know we have 500,000 Americans who have died? 600,000 Americans will die by June is the projection. 600,000 Americans by June. I said 700,000 Americans will die when all this is said and done. That's 1 in 500. I sure wish you would quit cussing. Damn it. Wear your mask. 2022, the remainder of the year. You got to give us some hope, Dr. V. Don't be so doom and gloom. I'm giving you the motherfucking truth. And if the truth was dark, like, don't gather for Thanksgiving. Don't you fucking gather for Christmas. What'd y'all do? Gather for Thanksgiving, gather for Christmas. Don't you motherfucking go out to New Year's. What did I do? Toast, cheers. Don't you gather for Super Bowl. Super Bowl party, here we are. Like, oh my God. 500 cases, 500,000 deaths. 500,000 deaths. Well, yeah, but those were mostly elderly people. Those were someone's grandparents, you dickhead. Where do you get off saying, oh, well, they were just old people? Oh, it's lie. Doctors get paid more. Shut the fuck up. Doctors don't get paid more for calling for COVID. What the heck's wrong with you? And hospitals get paid more for coding for COVID. No, they don't. I've already done a video on that, and that's fucking insulting. Do you know how insulting that is to our healthcare workers? That in fucking February, March of 2021, you are still thinking that these healthcare workers are like lying so they can make more money on COVID. Where have you been? You living under a rock. My friends and colleagues are sick and scared, and they're living in tents. So they don't give it to they're living in their garages and their guest homes and hotels. So they don't give COVID to their family members. And you motherfuckers sitting there saying that they're lying about COVID so they get paid more. Fucking ridiculous. Gotta quit listening to these people in this White House, man. That orange man. Screwed to your head. Won't even say his name. He's such a disgrace. And I'm not political, because if Biden fucks it up too, I'll say the same fucking shit about Biden. I don't think he will, but he just might. I don't know. Can't get any worse. Yes, it can. All right, so you will wear a mask, okay? All right, number 8 is going to be the most important thing, and then I'm going to give you a timeline. Dr. Vaughn, you're killing me. All right, listen, number 8. COVID. I'm going to remind you of a couple of new word, okay? Hang with me. Hit share real quick. I'll edit this down. I got to get a chug of water. 1,500 people watching. Love it. Okay. Number next one. All right. And then I'll quit cussing at y'all. COVID-0 is nonsense. Who's heard this term? Who's heard people like, we got to get COVID down to 0. We got to have 0 cases. Nonsense. That's stupid. It's stupid. All right. Nonsense. There is no COVID-0. We will never go back to COVID-0. COVID-0 is going to go the way of Coke Zero. You remember New Coke? They fucked with the formula of Coca-Cola back when I was a little kid. COVID-0 is nonsense. Learn this word, endemic. Endemic. We're going to go, before this all started, before 2020, you guys knew the word epidemic, which means a bad disease that spread. But you had never heard of the word pandemic. Now you know the word pandemic. And I want to get this like burned into your brains. A new word, endemic. Endemic means it's in society. It's everywhere. It's like the common cold. It's like the flu, the influenza. It's seasonal. It's going to be with us all the time. So why should I get a vaccine if it doesn't work? Well, you get a flu shot every year, don't you? I don't, but you might. You know, we might have to get boosters. What's the point? Yeah, you get boosters. We get boosters all the time. Of course. This is the world we live in. This is what happens when we fuck with Mother Nature. This is what happens when we burn rainforests. I knew he was a tree hugger. This is what happens when we pollute our waters, Mother Earth. You know, when we eat junk food, You know, do we stop growing gardens? I'm not a tree hugger. I'm a pragmatist. You know, it's just the truth. So this is the new normal. We're going to be dealing with this. What's the point of getting the vaccine if they don't know how long it's going to last? Because you might die, motherfucker. Like, how stupid are you? I don't believe it. It's too rushed. It's too hurried. No, it's not. This is what happens when you get a unified team and you throw a bunch of fucking money at it. But do you understand what that stimulus, this is our third stimulus package. You know what the fuck that went to? No fucking clue. You think it's $1,200 check. A large portion of it went to all of this development. How did we get a vaccine so fast? Because they bypassed all the fucking money-raising parts of it. That's it. All the steps that were required to get it to be tested for safety and efficacy, for the safety part, it's the same amount of time that it normally takes. And then the U.S. did the best fucking thing that vaccine developers could ask for. Fucking let the pandemic go crazy. Do you know how hard it is to get enough people to, one, volunteer, but two, have enough of those volunteers to catch the disease to show a statistical significance? To say, oh, whoa, we can call it. We can call it. You ever watch like high school, like middle school basketball, and one team is like killing the other team like 50-0, like the Bad News Bears, and the ref is like, okay, we're just gonna call the game. We know it's only the first period, but we're gonna stop the game. That's what happened. There were so many COVID cases in the world, in the United States, that we had a statistical significant number and that they could go, whoa, stop. We can stop the trials. We show that it's effective. What is wrong with that? That's nothing wrong. That's called fucking science. I'm not going to take it. It's rushed. It's rushed. I don't believe it. It's not possible. Do you still want slow computers? Are you buying a new phone? Are you buying a new laptop? Are you like, oh, no, this laptop is way too fast. Bring back my Commodore 64, Dr. V. Bring back my iMac, Dr. V. No, give me the Radio Shack, Dr. V. Fuck the laptop. No. I don't want 3 cameras on my phone. I just want one. What was wrong with one? It's called fucking science and technology and progress. Oh, I can't trust a vaccine that was done in a year. It was rushed. No, but you'll fucking eat a hot dog. You never stop to go, what goes in a hot dog? I had a patient who worked in a meat processing plant for hot dogs. He was like 400 pounds. And one day in group, he's like, I was like, what goes in a hot dog? And he goes, everything but the oink. Everything but the oink. But you'll eat that. I won't take the vaccine. I don't know what's in it. Even if you did, you wouldn't understand it, motherfucker. Like, why do you have to understand it? And then you're going to be like, oh, no, I have COVID. I'm in ICU. Give me the vaccine. It's too late. You should have watched my video when I explained how vaccines work. It has to attack the vaccine outside of the cell. Who remembers this? The roses, the carnations, the powerhead, the tools. I drew the pictures and say the war is taking outside of the cell. By the time it gets inside of your cell, it's over. You know, that's why you take a vaccine. Because you got to protect yourself before. But what's the point of taking it if it doesn't keep me from getting infected? Oh, my God. Nothing will stop shit from going up your nose. Not the cartel, not the FBI. You put cocaine up here. You put your finger up here. You put someone else's finger up there. You put cocaine up there. You put heroin up there. You put all sorts. Nothing stops this. You'll drywall. You'll sand dust. You'll blow things. You'll spray paint. You graffiti. Shit goes up your nose. But a vaccine, no. A virus that's microparticle, no. A mask won't stop that. But here's some cocaine, high quality grade shit I'll put up my nose. What the fuck's wrong with you? Of course it's not going to stop you from getting the virus. You can't tell. Oh, no virus. The virus doesn't go like here's the virus. Oh, I see a sexy skinny Asian. I'm gonna go up his nose. Oh, wait, I can't go up his nose. He's had the vaccine. Oh, let me go over here to Uncle Billy. The vaccine, the virus doesn't know you've been injected or not, vaccinated. So the virus just goes up its nose, goes up this beautiful fat Asian nose and tries to replicate. And because I haven't had the vaccine yet. I don't qualify yet. But if I had, then the vaccine would kick in place. My antibodies would start up and it would go in there and kill that motherfucker. That's how this works. That's how a vaccine works, man. Right? So the reasons that people sit there, maybe I'll do another video on the stupid shit people say about vaccines. You know, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I'm not going to take this because it was rushed. You're stupid. Come on. Tell me what's in the hot dog. It's all beef. The fuck, it's all beef. Did you hear that? He said it's all beef. What part of the beef? Is there a microchip? There's a microchip in the vaccine. Are you fucking kidding me? Show me the microchip. It's a nano microchip. Really? We wouldn't have this problem if we had the technology for nano microchips. No, I read it. I read it. They have that technology. I don't want them to track me. They can track me. Motherfuckers walking around on a phone. I don't want the government to track me. Oh, here's my TikTok. Check out this video I found on TikTok. But no, there's a microchip in the vaccine and the government's going to track me. But check out this Instagram post. Oh, it's funny. What the fuck do you think this is? They can logo like, Siri, where's my phone? Siri, where's my phone? Your phone is up your ass. What? I don't want to be tracked. Stupid. Oh my God. Stay on the point, Dr. V. Dr. V, stay on the point. I used to love him, but he cusses way too much. So let me tell you the timeline. I'm not going to type this. So here's the basic timeline. All right, guys. April 1st, end of 2020, because it's going to go out with a bang. You'll hear some big news. It might be a stock market crash, right? It might be a new virus. It might be wildfires again. Oh, by the way, I predicted wildfires. I predicted hurricanes. I'm telling you, mudslides are coming and massive flooding is coming. With all this winter weather, the wildfires burnt up all those trees, massive mudslides, massive flooding. All right, you're going to see that coming up this spring. And crazy tornadoes. Why? We've already had what the fuck? How do you get a tornado in the middle of winter? We've already had tornadoes, so we're going to have major weather events. All right, so April 1st, 2020 will be over. Stock market crash. One last practical joke on us, right? Something like that. Maybe the UK variant, maybe the LA variant. But by that point, hopefully we'll have our shit together enough that by the summer, if enough of us get vaccinated, you'll have a relatively, I'm not going to say normal, but it's going to be way less restrictive. It's the way it should have been. So hopefully by that time, 70 million Americans or something will be fully vaccinated. Maybe our case numbers will be down, really down to the 10,000, 5,000 a day in the United States mark. Maybe even down to 1,000. Maybe not. You'll still be wearing a mask. Yes, even if you had a vaccine, you still need to wear a mask. Some social distancing, some small get-togethers, nothing big. Now, the big question, by the fall, our lives will be mostly back to normal. By this fall, I have a 14-year-old daughter who's a freshman in high school. She'll be a freshman and sophomore in high school in the fall. She lives with her mom. I'm pretty sure, and her mom's very cautious. So I'm pretty sure her mom will let her back to go to in-person schooling. I have a 4.5-year-old who's in pre-K. She'll be starting K. So she'll be in-person kindergarten, right? So your kids will be going back to school in person this fall, relatively normal. I wouldn't freak out about it. Most of the teachers will be vaccinated by then. Numbers will be down, okay? And you'll have college football, thank God. You'll have pro football, thank God, sporting events. The arenas won't be packed. We'll still have some social distancing. You'll have indoor dining again, right? And then by Thanksgiving, you'll be able to have a normal gathering. Now, whether you wear a mask or not, I recommend you wear masks, especially if you're indoor. But you'll be able to hug each other again. That's what's important, right? You'll be able to get together again. But we really need to be wearing masks for through 2021 into 2022. And I have another prediction. Let me give you the final prediction. What number am I on? I'll just say 9. Okay. This is going to become just like it is in Asia. We will always wear masks. We have gotten used to it. I've just reordered another couple boxes of masks. You should order some now too. Not every day, but definitely when you're sick, when you're coughing, when you know you have symptoms, you will be wearing masks. And if you don't, you're going to be shamed into it because we won't know if it's coronavirus or whatever new virus. Does this make sense? This will become a societal norm. It will become normal to wear masks when you're sick. When you're not sick, you'll probably be okay, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So hopefully that was helpful. I know I kind of got carried away there. As always, I appreciate you guys. Prayers and blessings go out to our nurses and first responders and aides and everybody who's helping us through this pandemic. I will edit this down, put it on my YouTube channel. I'm going to test myself with one of my COVID rapid test kits. I put these kits together. You can't buy them online, but you can hang out, watch it. I'll take Q&A if you want to ask me a question. And I don't usually edit down the Q&A. So the only time you get the answers to the Q&A is if you watch me live. So, and that's not a ploy to get you to buy COVID rapid tests. You can just, a couple things. You can message me on my Facebook. Go to facebook.com/ let me find it here. Facebook.com/Dr. Vong. It's scrolling at the bottom. And send me a message if you want these COVID rapid tests. Now listen, normally I sell them for $100 each. I wholesale them to you for $50 each. I $50 each, 20, minimum order of 20. That's $1,000. Some people have said they don't want that many. So tonight I'm going to drop it to 10. You can COVID test. You can order 10 at the price of 50. That's $500. So you can get 10 for $500. That's going to be your best deal. You've ordered, you'll get this packet from me. It gives you everything you need. I had these cards read. Let me test myself real quick so you can answer my Q&A. You read it like a pregnancy test. It's a little finger prick. I haven't been tested in a couple weeks, so it's time. I've had a little bit of runny nose. I think that's allergies, but we'll see. I felt bad the last couple of days. We'll see if I'm positive or not. It comes with a pair of gloves if you want to use them. Okay, here's the rapid test. It's on the FDA emergency use page. You can use it. Little Band-Aid for you, a little alcohol swab for you. And you read it and you get the results in 10 minutes. You don't have to send it to a lab. There's no special equipment. It's literally just like a pregnancy test. But don't you be peeing on my test. And then I'll get your questions ready. And I'll show you how I do this here. I got to back this up real quick. And here we go. So here's the rapid test. You're going to get this. Open it up. Okay. It looks like a little cassette right there. All right. There's a blue line. That's the control line. And when you put the solution in there, it will turn red. And it tells you if you're positive for antibodies. This is an antibody test. So actually, it's really good, too, if you want to test yourself for vaccination. This will tell you if the vaccination helped you and you're protected. There's a G and a M. M is IgM and the G is IgG. Okay. and you'll put the blood sample in the square and solution in the bottom. Okay, so there's a test. I'm going to set that down right here. Don't throw this away though. In here, there's a little turkey baster looking thing that's called a pipette, a little turkey baster thing right here. I put together the special solution right here. Okay, you see all that solution's at the bottom. You want to tap it down so it's at the bottom. All you're going to do is open this up, squeeze the little turkey baster at the top, squeeze it down, put the pipette in there, watch, suck up all that liquid. Watch it suck up. Oops, suck it up. See, it's sucked up. It's not there. It's not down here anymore. It's up here in the pipette. I'm going to just set this down on the over here. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to prick my right finger. So I put a little alcohol swab here. Here's the finger prick. It's just like if you're diabetic, this is how you do it. Okay, so just open this up, and there's no blade. Well, there's a little blade, but you just press down on your finger. That's all you gotta do is just press down. So, and you hardly feel it. 1, 2, 3, right there, like that. That's it. Didn't hurt at all. And you're just gonna milk it like that. Get a drop of blood. Okay, and if you have trouble getting blood down, you can put your hand down like that. Okay. All right. I have a nice drop of blood here. And you want to put it into the square on top here. I'll take your questions here in a second. Watch this. Boom. Look at that. Okay. It's right there exactly how it needs to be. I test myself pretty regularly, every 10 to 14 days. I test Erica. I test anyone who wants to come over. They need to be tested. All right. Now what you do is if you want to put the Band-Aid on, you can, but it's already stopped bleeding. You take this solution and you drop it into the circle at the bottom, okay? And you're going to drop 2 big drops, maybe even 3, 2, 3. There we go. I dropped most of that solution, okay? Now look, you can already see, okay? You're going to see the solution. Hold on just a second. Okay, there it goes. You can see that solution. See it traveling up, okay? You see it traveling up. It's going purple. Isn't that cool? This is science, guys. This is called an assay. So it's pulling proteins up that have been bound to gold. And it's going to go through this control line. It's going to control that control line red. And if at this G and C line right here, if you have antibodies to COVID, if you have IgM, that means an active infection. If you have IgG, that means you've had past infection. All right, these are antibodies. That's IgM and IgG are antibodies. They're 2 different types of antibodies. See how that control line has turned from blue to red? That means I have a good test. That means it's that the cartridge is still good, that the solution's good, that my blood sample's good. And now I just start the timer. All right, 10 minutes from now. So that's 28. So half past the hour, I'll look. All right. So I'll put that down. And if the line turns like this, if I get one line, IgM or IgG, that's positive. These are positive results. What I'm looking for is no line, just that one control line. All right. So that's it. I'll read the results here in 10 minutes, and no lab, no special equipment. I'll ship these to you. Normally, they're $100 each. I will wholesale them to you. Used to be $50 for $50, minimum order of 20. But some people are like, that's $1,000, times are hard. So tonight, if you message me, Dr. Vong, facebook.com/Dr. Vong, I'll let you order, minimum order. I'll drop it down to 10. Okay. So that's $500 for 10. You'll need it. You can share it with your friends. You can resell it back to your friends, because they work for vaccinations. Just because you have to give your body time to form these antibodies. Just because you got the vaccine, you can't go out 2 days later. You can't go out to the party tomorrow. And that's what people are doing. That's what these idiots are doing. So this will be helpful for that. Just go to facebook.com/Dr. Vong. Now, what I want you to do is write in there 10 for $500. 10 tests, $500. So I know you know the price. Some people will like dick me around, be like, Dr. V, I want your test. And I'll say, well, they're $50 each. Oh my God, I can't afford that. Well, 10 for 500 is what I want you to write, and I know that you know. All right, for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to take questions and answer your questions, and then we'll look at my lab results, my testing results. All right. All right, let's go. Let me see. Dr. V, are most variants Justin Lewis predicted to still work with mRNA vaccine platforms? They must know by now how the spike protein differs. So, Justin, this is a good question. They are currently testing this. First of all, they have to fund it, Justin, quite honestly. Two, they have to find enough of the variants in people. They take the blood sample and then culture it, and then inject it with a vaccine to see if it stops it from replicating, and then aggregate the data. And that just takes time, quite honestly. It takes money, and it takes time, and it takes locating people who've been infected. Now, the early studies indicate that the vaccines are effective against these variants. The worst one is the South African variant and the J&J. But so some people will say, well, I don't want the J&J vaccine. No, you can't think about it like that, because what they shows is it still is effective in 85%, keeping you out of hospital and dying. And ultimately, that's what you want. You might still catch it. You might still have symptoms, but your symptoms will be lessened and you'll recover. So that's all that means. What's your endpoint? If you get the J&J vaccine and then you come down with a South African variant, will it keep you from dying? The answer is most likely yes. Will it keep you out of the hospital? 85% yes. So that's what I would be worried about. Does it work or not work as much? Okay. And yes, we might have to develop boosters. Yes, we might have to alter but the cool thing about this technology, it's like if any of you guys are in construction, like let's say you're cutting a piece of wood, you create a template, and then you just outline use that template, and you create copies of the same piece all the time instead of freehanding it every single time. Well, because we have this technology with messenger RNA, it's not as hard for scientists now that we understand, how to do the messenger RNA and put it in the bilipid layer, then it's much easier. I won't say easy, but it's easier for them to tweak the initial formula enough so that it's effective, if that makes sense. All right, good question, Justin. Let's do another question. Keep your questions shorter. I don't want to. Some people are too long of questions. All right. Thank you, Vanessa. You are the best. See, I love positive things like that. I talked about that earlier, about the LA variant, stuff like that. What if you've had COVID-19, now recovered, still have antibodies? Yes, you absolutely should. Rhonda, this is a very common question, and maybe I should do a common vaccine questions broadcast. You should absolutely, yes, 100% get the vaccine. A couple of reasons. One, we don't really know how robust your antibody formation is. It's actually memory B cells and memory T cells from native. It's called a native infection. So we don't know how good your body is going to be at remembering it. That's number one. Number two, we do know for a fact, Rhonda, that if you have a vaccination, your immune response is much more robust. In other words, it's much better at forming memory B and T cells to keep you healthy than just being infected, right? And that's another mistake people are going to make, is they think they're superheroes because they survived COVID. No, you might get a different strain. Okay, number three, Rhonda, to your point, number three, we now know for sure, 100%, motherfucker, listen to me, 100%, we know for sure you can catch coronavirus twice. You can catch COVID twice. We have it. It's well documented, several cases, and we actually know some data behind it. The average is about 6 months. If you're going to catch COVID a second time, it's happening around the 6-month mark. So you probably have some protection, okay, for the first 6 months, but not, I wouldn't hang your hat on it, man. Get the vaccination, right? Would the vaccine be safe for those who are allergic to the flu shot? You really need to talk that over with your primary care doctor. Most likely the answer is yes, because usually the allergy is something in the preparation of the vaccine, like in the liquid itself, not the actual vaccine, if that makes sense. It's usually a preservative. So if you had a reaction to the flu vaccine, you actually probably had a reaction to a preservative that they used, and that might not be in the COVID vaccine. So Rich, and why are there no flu deaths? I want to end this right now, and I'm not picking on you, Rich, so don't take this the wrong way. A lot of people talk about this, and we know why there are flu deaths. So to say there are no flu deaths, first of all, that's the wrong statement. Okay, there have been flu deaths. The number is down, and we know why the numbers are down. Okay, so it's not a surprise. 1, people are masked. 2, people are social distancing. 3, we shut down the fucking world. But here's what's really important. Here's the main reason why our influenza cases are lower this year. All right, so get this shit straight. What happens? Well, we're in the northern hemisphere in America, Europe. The southern hemisphere, Brazil, Australia, the seasons are backwards. So right now we're coming out of winter going into spring. They're coming out of summer going into fall. So when is the flu bad for us? The flu is bad for us usually starting in the fall into spring, right? Into the winter and spring. So what happens is we're getting into the cold. The southern hemisphere is coming out of winter. So they're starting to travel. And what happens is they fly to LA, New York, they fly to Europe, and they're going into, they're traveling, and that's how the virus spreads. It actually spreads from the southern hemisphere every year to the northern hemisphere. And this year what happened was, because some countries completely locked down, but we have to understand that the air travel decreased by 90%. International flights were decreased by 90%. So it just didn't have that travel vector. That's it. It's a product of the shutdown, a product of mask wearing, a product of all of that stuff. It's not a conspiracy. It's not some fucking like stupid QAnon shit. There's none of that fucking bullshit. So all right. I don't really prefer the Moderna. I happened to say that at one point, but and I think people took it the wrong way. I think if you have an option for a vaccine, you should take the vaccine. You should get vaccinated. Don't ever miss up an opportunity for vaccination. So I'll give you an example. Like my class, my age group, I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm thin. I'm 48. I'm not that young, but they haven't opened up for vaccines for my group yet. So when it does, I'll take whatever they offer me, right? At the time when I said that, it seemed to be that the Moderna was being better tolerated than the Pfizer. And now the data is about even, right? The data is about even in terms of side effects. But even then, the side effects are mild. Some people sit there and say, "Oh, I don't want." Like, dude, wait till you have a ventilator. That's even worse. It's even worse. All right. So, all right, drum roll. It's been 10 minutes. All right. COVID rapid test. I put these kits together. I still have a bunch to sell. These tests for antibodies, they will tell if you're actively infected. They will tell if you've had infection in the past. More importantly, right now, they will tell if your vaccine is working. So if you've had a vaccination, this will pick up if you have antibodies. There's always, listen to me, there's always a small percentage of people who get vaccinated and they have no response to the vaccine. We see that happen a lot, hepatitis B, etc. So they want that we go back and check titers. So if you want one of these, they're normally $100 each. I wholesale them at $50 each, minimum order of 20. That's $1,000. Tonight, I will lower that to 10. So for $500, you can get 10 tests, $50 each. It's less than, you know, what Costco is charging, and you can't get these kits. But here's my results. 10 minutes. They're 95% accurate. What's the result? I've been coughing, sneezing lately. Ta-da, Dr. Vong. Negative. Okay, just the control line. Now, for those of you who are interested, tomorrow, mañanas, I'm going to go live, and I am going to do another COVID talk. Thank you, thank you. I know some of you guys are excited by that. But to set it up, I'm actually going to, drum roll, I'm going to shave my head. I'm going to shave my head tomorrow. This wacky hair is going away. Why? Do you like it? Yes or no? Are you excited? I'm going to shave my head. I'm going to shave my head tomorrow on Facebook Live because I want to reinforce the point to stay home, to stay locked down. I'm not going to a hair salon. I'm not getting my hair cut. I'm not going to a barber. I'm not having anybody come over to cut my hair. I want to set the example that, listen, we're not through this yet. These COVID numbers right now have been down falsely because of the winter weather. It's a lot worse than you think. It's not the time to let down our guard. So whether you agree with it or not, I'm setting an example. I'm putting my foot where my mouth where my foot where my mouth, whatever we're gonna say. My money where my mouth is. I'm shaving my head. I'm going to do it to prove a point. It's time to take this a lot more seriously. So my trademark faux hawk is going to take the back seat for a few months. Oh God, look at that. For a few months while I shave my head. And I hope you will be here for that. That'll be tomorrow evening when I shave my head. And I hope you'll share the broadcast. And I hope you, we use it as an example that we need to take this much more seriously. Too many women and guys are going out to hair salons, nails, day spas. I need to treat myself, Dr. V. Not yet. If you can't hang out for a few more months, then you got other problems in your life, okay? I promise you. You got other problems in your life, all right? So take care. Be good. I don't know the time yet. Probably 5 p.m. Central Time is probably going to happen. I'm going to shave all this shit. It's all going to go. But we're going to talk about this tomorrow, all right? And it has nothing, and it's not political. It's not conspiracy. It's just the facts. It's just science, and it's just the right thing to do, all right? Okay, so talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, please tag somebody for me. Hit the share button for me, and I'll see you tomorrow to shave my head. And I am still coronavirus negative, baby. I'm still COVID negative. Let me know. 10 for $500. Let me know. Thanks, guys. Bye.